What up guys, this is Monkey Figure Reviews and today we are back with another figures news update regarding upcoming One Piece Banpresto / Bandai Spirits figures. The first one on our list, right in front of you, this is the DXF Grandline Man Wano Kuni Volume 17 Killer figure. His height is 17 cm and his release date is November 2021 this year. Now, from my memory, I believe this is the first post-time skip killer figure by Grandline Man. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But now that he's here, Kid can finally line up next to his partner and the iconic duo can be displayed together side by side, which is really awesome. And if you look at the figure, we are just getting his post-time skip outfit, so nothing really special. But you might have noticed that his swords are sheathed and not taken out and attached to these metal grips of his. I do find this a very weird decision because Killer is so iconic with his blades out and he is seldom seen without them. It's just not the same. And if we look at the details of the figure, generally they are very simple, in line with the style of Grandline Man series nowadays. Not too crazy, not too realistic. We get the usual creases and folds around his clothing, some shading on the front of his jeans, and probably the most eye-catching area are his arm muscles, bulging out with the blood vessels and veins popping. This is the side view, another angle on his body, and we can see the sword sheath here, where the blades are held, a look on his muscles and the hair, which are pretty alright. The other side, with a more crazy veiny arm, and this is the back, where we get a better look at his luscious mane of a hair. Pretty decent details overall with the hair strands. I do find weird that only the front parts of his jeans has shading, not at the back, and in fact also not anywhere else. Next, we have something interesting. This is the DXF Grandline Man Wano Kuni Volume 17 Eustass Kid figure. His height is 17 cm and his release date is also November 2021 this year. So you heard that right, he is also under the same volume as Killer, which is odd. But I believe this has happened before to Wano Chopper, I think being attached to one of the other Straw Hats. Still is weird and unusual. And on top of that, we had just seen the Volume 15 Kid figure about a month ago, and now we are getting another version of him. Just that this time he doesn't have his coats and he's using his Derefoot powers, so we have the metallic arm. It feels like Banpresto is trying to milk this unnecessarily and wasted a slot for another potential Wano character. Details wise, I like the face. I think it captured his likeness in the right way, especially with the psychotic white smile that is synonymous with Kid. Muscle details are alright, nothing really special. Same for the clothes. Maybe his pants looks to be the most detailed area as usual due to the pattern designs, but no shading as far as I can tell. Side view, a good angle to look at his metallic arm with some pistons, gears and whatnot, as well as the fingers. It generally seems to be done in good effort. Some scars on his right arm. The other side, more details on the metallic arm. I like the looks of it. You can also see that they have variation with the paints, applying different types of paint coats to different parts of it. Like certain parts here are more metallic, other parts are more matte. And the back, some creases around the shirt here. And that's about it. Nothing else to really sound off. Nothing else I want to mention. Just that I think the arm itself, the metallic arm, it looks great. So I really appreciate it. And here I have all the Grandline Man post time skip kit figures lined up, so you can have a better comparison. The right one here is the very first one released a long time ago. This is the Volume 15, and of course this is the Volume 17 we just talked about. I honestly think that if you already have the first kit, it's really not necessary to get any of the newer ones because this has the best of both worlds. It has the coat, the metallic arm, but I gotta say, when it comes to character likeness, I do think that this kit, the newest one, is better when compared to the rest, but without his iconic coat, he looks too naked. We hardly see him without it at all, so it's gonna be a bit weird to me. If you look at this kid, I like the skin tone a lot better compared to this one. He has a slight tan. And looking at the sculpt, essentially the right arm and the body, they are the same. So the only difference is just the head, the arm, and the coat. So whatever I mentioned is just some food for thought in case you are thinking of getting this figure. You can think about it. Here we have the next figure, the DXF Grandline Man Wano Kuni, Volume 18, Mako the Phoenix, or Dr. Mako. His height is 17 cm and his release date is November 2021 this year. This might be a little spoilerish, I'm not too sure, because I don't think he has appeared in this combo of his clothes and spectacles here before in the anime. So this might be how he looks like when in Wano. We can't tell from the manga because there's no colors. So maybe when he's there, he changed back to his purple outfit, because the last time we saw him, he was in this white top instead, white greyish top. And I like his facial sculpt. He's looking very suave and handsome with that confident smile. And the way they did his glasses is just by attaching the frames right onto his face, which is not realistic. But I think it helps in this case, especially when we have seen how a separate piece can make the face awkward, like from the Ichiban Kuji ex-Devil Mako. His hair has a nice flow, body, muscles, and clothing-wise, simple, no shading as far as we can tell. I think it's more obvious in this picture. Side view, a different look on the pineapple head. The other side. Alright. And this is the back, some creases here and there. I believe you can just see them for yourself. Nothing really stands out. But overall, I just think that his face looks great. But as usual, my disclaimer for Grandline Man figures is that expect a drop in quality from prototype to actual figure, or you might be disappointed. Next, we have Grandista Sabo. His height is 28 cm and his release date is November 2021 this year. So the next character in line for the Grandista series is the last member of the brothers trio, Sabo. And I gotta say, when I first saw his face, I wasn't too convinced. It looks off, in my opinion. Doesn't look like him at all. I feel that his eyebrows threw off his facial proportions, and he has a slightly creepy smile. On top of that, we do not have his iconic hat or the iconic metal pipe he uses as his weapon, so the figure is incomplete to me. They are most likely saving them for the Grandista Nero version of him, forcing you to pay for both. But I would advise to just kindly skip this version because he just looks so ordinary. Like nothing really special, no extra accessories, additional parts as of now, as far as we know. Pose wise, we have him just chilling, standing there with hand on hip. Details on his clothes is not bad. Some significant folds and natural creases throughout his coat, his top and pants. Seems like there might be a little bit of shading in certain areas too. Side view, we can see a significant seam line there on the hair. Maybe that is the part where we can remove and swap the faces in the future. His brown gloves over here, and the other side. A look on the flow of his coat towards the bottom and the back. Some creases as well, and a decent look on his hair. Looks pretty alright. He also looks a little bit skinny from the back, doesn't he? And overall, I think it is just very average and probably not worth spending your money on until maybe the Grandista Nero Sabo. Next, this is the Glitter and Glamours Bois Hancock Winter Style figure. The height is 25 cm and the release date is November 2021 this year. As usual for GNG, we have two versions, A and B. We will start off with this red version, the version A. We have Hancock just wearing some sort of refurbished dress she always wears with a different color, and You have some fur around the neck, winter style, and some thick fur or snow earrings, whatever this is, in place of her usual snake earrings. I'm not sure if this is based on anything like a cover or any art done by Oda, but if so, please let me know. And here she's giving a wink, also hand on hip. Very famous, very popular pose nowadays. We have Marco, Sabo, Hancock doing them, and just posing to show off her curves like those Instagram models. Face looks to be alright, pretty decent. Outfit simple with not too much details around the dress, just a Jolly Roger of the pirate crew printed on it. Side view with a better angle on her huge shapely chest, the hip, the butt. The other side, a better look on the hair strands towards the bottom, how they are divided. And the back, okay, maybe it's better here in this photo. You can see how they are splitting up into multiple locks and some creases at the bottom, quite well done. I think overall the figure is alright, but I'm not particularly interested because it's just another Hancock figure to me. I'm still waiting for my Geisha Robin, by the way. And this is the version B, so you can see some color differences. This part is purplish blue in color from the red before, and the dress is also light purple, I guess, a bit violet, light purple, while previously it was white. And the heels also changed color to match this part. So the different angles, I'll just quickly run through them. Alright, we are also getting some re-releases for November this year, and some of those figures, they were actually released not too long ago. So I won't be spending too much time on them. I'll just quickly run through. I'm not sure though if the prices will be more expensive. It might be a little bit. You have to check with your stores, your suppliers. And the first re-release, this is the Grandline Lady Wano Kuni Volume 1 Nami. She was previously released last year, July 2020, and her height is 16 cm. I'll go through the photos quickly. And the second one, it is the DXF Grandline Man Wano Kuni Volume 2 Zoro figure. His height is 17 cm and was previously released in November 2019. Okay, I remember this figure, the actual one. It looks a lot worse than the prototype, so be careful. The third one is Abiliators Sir Crocodile or Mr. Zero figure. His height is 13 cm and his original release date was January 2018. I'm very surprised about this because I'm not sure if this is a very popular figure. I would have thought a lot more figures will have been up the line instead of him. But it is what it is. Sometimes we are also confused by the manufacturer's decision. Banpresto, Bandai Spirits. Next, we are going back to the Banpresto Chronicles series, whereby Banpresto is re-releasing older figures under this Chronicle tab. And next in line, we have the Master Stars piece Sabo. His height is 26 cm, and he has multiple versions before. Just that this time around, if you buy this figure, they will give you this Banpresto Chronicle tab. This is from one source that I've gotten the information, but it's good if you go and double check with your usual stores or usual sellers to check if this is true. By the way, Master Stars piece, I usually tell people by now the style, the series is a bit outdated. So personally, I wouldn't recommend them, especially at this re-released heightened price, almost twice or 3 times depending on where you get them from. In my opinion, the style is just too old, doesn't really catch up with some of the likeness of the characters. Unless you really like them, you are a completionist collector, then I wouldn't recommend you spending too much money on them, to be honest. Alright, so that's all I have for this update. Let me know as usual what you guys think in the comments section below. If you like my video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share them with your friends, and if you're new here, you like what I'm doing, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also hit the bell notification button so you don't miss out on new videos like this. I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Goodbye.